Apex Pro TKL is pretty friggin' awesome. I've had it for about 2 years. Prior to owning the Apex Pro TKL, I actually had the Rawcat Amo, which is an okay keyboard, but took up way too much space, and just the software is clunky, didn't like it. So that led me to search for a TKL or 10 keyless keyboard, and found the Apex Pro. Now it is a little pricey at like 200 bucks, but this thing's got legs. I've had it for 2 years and have had zero problems with it. I've actually even been able to upgrade the keycaps. So the main keys on the Apex Pro TKL are the omnipoint switches, which means you can control where the trigger point is on that switch. So it's entirely adjustable. I leave mine mainly in the middle just because it's just average. I'm not doing any hardcore gaming where I need to shave milliseconds off of my response time. But this keyboard could do that for you. The switches around the outside of the keyboard are the Cherry MX Reds, which by themselves are great switches. You're not going to be pounding the F1 key or anything like that, but still a good switch in its own right. The Apex Pro TKL does require 2 USB ports. Now, for some, that may be problematic if you're short on USB ports. The positive side of that is that does turn the keyboard into a USB pass-through because there is a port on the keyboard itself. Since the Apex Pro TKL does have the USB pass-through, does allow you a little more flexibility, but something to be wary of if you are short on USB ports on your main computer. A few months ago, I decided to upgrade the keycaps on my Apex Pro TKL. I did choose the G-Skill Prism keycaps, mainly because the bottom of the keycap is clear. So what that does is allows more light out from underneath the key itself to spread across the keyboard and elsewhere. The wrist rest, it's not squishy, but it does have that rubberized feeling texture to it, but is nice and firm and magnetic, so you don't have to worry about some rapid movement pushing the wrist rest away. It actually holds pretty well. The software for the Apex Pro TKL is more than I could ever want to use. One of the challenges that I ran into was, since it was a 10 keyless keyboard, I didn't have things for like traditional media controls and scrolling really handily at my fingertips. But I could actually do some mapping within the software to create that hotkey type of media control to skip songs, stop the music. The Illumination is freaking awesome. You can do pretty much anything. I'm not going to go through all the crap, but you can do all your normal RGB lighting things, make it dance, make it sing, make it do crazy things. Other than the price at 200 bucks, I failed to find anything wrong with this keyboard. It has fulfilled all of my needs I could ever possibly want, plus some.